warning in effect from Wednesday afternoon until further notice. What? Moderate flooding is forecast. This approaches the flood of occurred. Where? Passaic River above Singak. When? From Wednesday afternoon until further notice. Impacts: at 8.5 feet, portions of the Wayne Town Center parking lot begin to flood. Hobson Avenue and Riverlong Drive in Wayne begin to flood. Fairfield Road, Fayette Avenue, and Riverside Road in Wayne can flood as water backs up the Pupton River. Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln Park can also flood due to backwater up the Pupton River. The Pequannock River Park also floods. At 9.0 feet, Two Bridges Road in Fairfield is subject to closures. At 9.5 feet, Camp Lane and Marginal Road in Fairfield begins to flood. At 10.0 feet, Two Bridges Road in Fairfield begins to flood. Finns Drive, Siesta Drive, and Market Street in Wayne are all susceptible to flooding. Williams Street, Lewis Street, and Zelliff Avenue in Little Falls can begin to flood. Portions of Lincoln Park become impassable. The Meadows Golf Club in Lincoln Park floods. At 11.0 feet, Little Falls Road in Fairfield floods. Flooding increases across the Singak section of Little Falls. At 12.0 feet, Willowbrook Boulevard begins to flood. The Route 46 ramp to access the Willowbrook Mall can flood as the Mount Punk Brook backs up. Additional details: at 2:45 p.m. Tuesday, the stage was 5.0 feet. Forecast: the river is expected to rise above flood stage early tomorrow afternoon and continue rising to a crest of 11.7 feet early Friday morning. Flood stage is 8.5 feet. Flood history: this crest compares to a previous crest of 11.5 feet on September 3, 2021. http://w.
The hell? What the hell just happened? Oh, there's another one.
Mommy! Me voy.
Scared me.
Flood warning in effect from Wednesday afternoon until further notice. What? Major flooding is forecast. Where? Passaic River at Little Falls. When? From Wednesday afternoon until further notice. Impacts: at 5.5 feet, the lower end of East Holzman Street in Patterson, closest to the river, begins to flood. At 6.0 feet,
I'm probably
portions of Hawthorne
not to record some warnings anymore.
At 6.5 feet,
Man, this is too
low-lying
much for
areas
me,
in the
man.
vicinity of Two Bridges in Wayne are flooded. The lower end of Bergen Street in Patterson, closest to the river, begins to flood. At 7.0 feet, minor flooding begins in Lincoln Park, Wayne, and Little Falls. At 8.0 feet, flooding occurs in the Old Wayne area of Wayne. The Recycling Center and Wagaraw Road Ball Field Complex in Hawthorne begins to experience flooding. At 8.5 feet, widespread flooding occurs in Fairfield. At 9.0 feet, widespread flooding occurs throughout Lincoln Park and Wayne with many evacuations. In Patterson, portions of River Street, Presidential Boulevard, Bridge Street, Tyler Street, Totowa Avenue, and McLean Boulevard are flooded. At 9.5 feet, Route 46 in Wayne is subject to closure.
By the way, be careful outside.
Riverside Drive in Wayne floods. Flooding in Little Falls worsens as homes on Williams Street and Zelliff Avenue take on water. Arch Street and Temple Street bridges in Patterson are subject to closures. Also in Patterson, portions of Watson Street, Hillman Street, Bergen Street, East Holzman Street, North 1st Street, 5th Avenue, 6th Avenue, and Goodwin Street are also subject to closures due to flooding. At 10.0 feet, Wagaraw Road in Hawthorne is closed. Homes and businesses in Hawthorne, directly along the river, begin to flood. Water begins to flow over the Temple Street Bridge in Patterson. At 10...
This better not be this time. Not this again. Oh, maybe I should end. Okay, see you guys.